Good afternoon, class. My name is Ms. Sanchez. Today we're going to be going over renewable and non-renewable resources. The text for this lesson are Earth and space. The student knows that Earth consists of natural resources and its surface is constantly changing. The student is expected to explore the characteristics of natural resources that make them useful in products and materials such as clothing and furniture, and how resources may be conserved. The materials that we're going to use today is a T-chart containing renewable and non-renewable resources, our images that will go on our T-chart, and our Discovering Natural Resources table, where the students will either go around the room or go outside and look for renewable or non-renewable resources. So, who can tell me what a natural resource is?
A tree?
Very good. Yes, a natural resource is anything that's made from Earth that all living things need. What can trees provide us with?
Air?
Well, yes, oxygen, but more of like the main parts of the tree. What can the main parts of the tree give us?
Paper.
Paper, yes, it can give us paper, like the paper that we're going to use to write our observations on. What else can you think of that we use as a natural resource that we use?
Oil?
Oil could be one. But more of, think of the plastic bottles that you use. Do you use plastic bottles?
Yes.
Yes, well, that's made of petroleum, and petroleum can make plastic, and so it makes the bags and the plastic bottles. Now, for a renewable resource, that means that it can be replaced in a fairly short time. So can a tree be considered a renewable resource?
Yeah.
Yes, why?
Because they grow fast.
Well, they grow fast, but if we knock down a tree, we can plant another one very quickly, right?
Yeah.
Now, for a renewable resource, tree is one of them, but also sunlight, water, air, and soil, because they can never be used up. There's always plenty of sunlight, there's always plenty of water, there's always plenty of air and soil. How about a non-renewable resource? When we think of non-renewable, what do we think of?
I don't know.
Well, non-renewable means that it's not able to be replaced as quickly as renewable resources. For an example, a lot of the stuff that comes underground, like an ore. Has anybody heard of an ore?
No.
No, it's something that comes from the ground that contains metals and minerals that we actually use to make things that we use, such as copper. Has anybody heard of copper?
Yeah.
Where have you heard of copper?
Like pennies or?
Pennies have copper.
Or pipes?
Or pipes too. Well, the electrical wires that we use in our house and here at school, those are made out of copper as well. How about aluminum? Have you ever heard of aluminum?
Yes.
Well, where have you seen aluminum?
The Sprite cans.
The Sprite cans, yes, very good. Also in baking, we use aluminum foil to cover our food, right, to keep it warm. How about fuel? Who knows what fuel is?
Is it gas?
Very good, it's gas. And what do we use it for? What do we use fuel for? What kind of things do we use it for?
For cars.
For cars, very good. So coal, oil, and natural gas, we use those. But the thing about that is, since they're non-renewable resources, once we use them up, that's gone forever. That's forever gone. So what can we do to help conserve our fuel? What can we do? What do you think we could do?
Use less gas.
We could use less gas. How about riding a bike instead of driving to the neighbor's house or to the store? Conservation. Has anyone heard of the word conservation?
Yes.
What is conservation?
Saving water.
Saving water. What else can we do?
Protecting the earth.
Protecting the earth. Very good. Conservation is an attempt to protect or preserve the earth or our environment from harmful changes. So we know that we can conserve trees. How can we conserve trees?
Not cutting them down.
Not cutting them down. How about using less paper, right? Instead of starting a new page like this one, we can always use the back and continue on the back, so we don't use as much paper. How about water? How about water? Can we conserve water?
Yeah.
What can we do to conserve water?
Not using a lot.
Not using a lot, but in what way? How about when we take a shower?
Take short showers.
Take very short showers. I know that people like to take long showers, but it's a waste of water. How about when we're washing dishes? So should we just let the water run?
No.
No, we should just maybe fill up half the sink, use the water, and then rinse it off on the other side. Now, what we can also do is we can reuse and recycle. Has anybody heard of recycling?
Yes.
Yes, recycling is very good for our environment because we take things that we've already used and recycle them to make new things. Like, instead of using paper towels, we can use regular towels because we can always go back and reuse them. How about, what kinds of things can you think about that we can recycle?
Plastic.
Plastic. What else?
Paper.
Paper. What else can you think of?
Like toys.
Well, toys, yes. What we can do is toys that we've outgrown or clothes that we've outgrown, we can give them away to our younger siblings, and that way they can use them and reuse them. Another thing that we can recycle is aluminum cans. Has anyone ever seen a Sprite can?
Yes.
Well, Sprite cans, what we can do is we can recycle those, and they will make new cans out of the old cans. That's usually how the aluminum cans are made. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do our T-chart together, and it has renewable and non-renewable resources. So our first little image is soil. Can soil be a renewable or non-renewable resource?
Renewable.
Renewable?
Yeah.
Okay. How about cows? Can cows be a renewable resource or a non-renewable resource?
No, non-renewable.
Well, they do take a little while, but I would think maybe in the middle of renewable and non-renewable. How about coal? Is coal a renewable or non-renewable resource?
Renewable?
Non-renewable, because once that's used up, it takes a really long time for them to make new coal. How about oil? Is oil a renewable or non-renewable resource?
Non-renewable.
So we're going to go ahead and put a non-renewable. How about natural gas? What did we say about natural gas? Natural gas comes from the earth. Is it a renewable or non-renewable resource?
Non-renewable.
Non-renewable. And why is it non-renewable? What happens?
Because it can run out.
It can run out. Very good. And gas. What about gas? Is that a renewable or non-renewable resource?
No, it's a non-renewable.
Very good. Okay, class. So now what you're going to do, we're going to look around our classroom, and we're going to go outside as well, and we're going to find renewable and non-renewable resources together as a class. Outside, we looked for renewable and non-renewable resources. I want you to go home, and I want you to find different objects and items that you think are reusable, that are recyclable, and if you think that they're renewable or non-renewable, and I want you to bring them back into the classroom, and we'll have a big discussion about renewable and non-renewable resources at home. And that's all for today. Stay tuned next week to see another video. Thank you.